What's happening, fellas? It's another busy Monday here at Kaplan Cycles, and I wanted to show you guys this project right here for a specific reason. We bought this at Rice-A-Rama from one of the guys there, who one of the vendors, and he said it just needed a carb clean. Is that correct?
Yeah, just a carb clean, maybe the brakes to be gone through, and ended up being much more than that.
How'd that turn out for us, Justin?
Lovely.
Now, the main problem was one of the spark plugs was cross-threaded into the cylinder head, and when it could not be removed, it actually broke off in the cylinder head. So we had to take another cylinder head off another motorcycle we had in stock, another single overhead cam. This is a Honda CB750. So now we're doing, obviously head gaskets, the head, and basically a frame off on something that was marketed as just needs a carb clean. Buyer beware when it comes to used bikes. That's why when we sell our bikes, we know exactly what they've done, and quite often these ones that just need a carb clean. Here's another example. This is a XT500 that we purchased. Sadly, the gentleman who owned it had passed away, but we bought it from his son, and he said he had all the parts to go through it, get it running. Unfortunately, super low engine compression, so it needs a complete engine rebuild. Gonna sell it as is. We just don't have the time right now to do that one, but so that's gonna go as is. Here's another one, RM125. We bought restored from a collector, and supposedly restored, but it had the original piston in it and very low engine compression, so we had to rebuild the whole engine on it.
Had a flat top piston in it, and it takes a dome top piston.
It had a flat top, it had the wrong piston in it. So
just freshly bored, but they put the wrong piston in.
This one here, I think this is a success story. Am I right? This one, this RD.
Yeah. I just cleaned the carburetors, now I'm timing it, and this one will run fine, I'm sure.
We bought this one at Rice-A-Rama too. We paid up for this one. So sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. But in the end, unless you have all the tools and equipment and the know-how, if you don't know how to do this type of frame-up restoration work with, 4-cylinder engines, and you got to pay a shop $120 an hour to do it, or $150, if you can find one that'll do it, it'll probably cost you more. So unless you're an ace mechanic, definitely have a bike professionally. Spend an hour labor, have a mechanic do a compression test, see if it's got spark, see if the gears in the transmission work if it hasn't run for a long time. Sometimes these bikes are parked not because everything's fine and dandy or because the owner's too busy. They're parked because it's a freaking expensive problem to fix, and things don't get better 20, 25, 30 years later. They just get worse. Gaskets seal up. So it's a lot of work, man. You got to know what you're doing, and buyer beware. Here's another one we got lucky with. This is a GPC 1100. We bought at Rice-A-Rama. It just needed, new battery and GasGas in a new battery, and she fired right up. This one here, Jimmy's a big fan of these LT5. It's a Yamaha 100, and he's like, this thing's gonna be awesome when it's done. And it didn't need that much, did it, Jimmy? It needed a seat, which we fabricated a seat to fit on it. They wanted $700 for an NOS seat. I was like, no thanks. This whole bike's probably only going to be worth less than $2,000 when we're done with it. Needed some tank badges, and which make it look a lot better in a carb clean. It's going to need a little paint and a little love, but it's the original Yamaha Enduro. Every once in a while, we get in a real diamond like this KZ1000, which needed absolutely nothing and sold immediately. Here's another success story. This is my XR100. I bought this down in Florida this winter with the engine out of the frame, sitting in a box in pieces, which is usually a scary thing to do, and I paid $600 for it. The only reason I did that is it had a brand new BBR big bore cylinder, which is like, I don't know, $300 retail, and it had the FMF pipe. I was like, you know what? I think we can do okay with this, and this one will be done in about a week. Just doing plastics and graphics on it, and she'll be a diamond. It runs like a little XR 120 race bike. Got an ATK 406, the Bombardier engine coming down the pike. Now here's the success story that Justin was working on. We bought this from one of our friends, I don't know, about a week ago. He delivered it here, and everything, the whole engine was in a box. The whole left side of the engine was off. The kickstart assembly had a lot of new parts. Justin carefully dismantled it right down to the frame and carefully reassembled it, and it fired right up and runs awesome. So not too many of these 86 CR500s left out there. So that was a success story. An Elsinore 250 we're working on. An Enduro 125 that we just had the tank. The Dent Magician took a ding out of the tank. That will get that going today. Then we got an LTD 1000 I bought from a guy up near, Sutton, Mass, I think it was, up near south of Boston towards the Cape. This is going to be a diamond. I can't wait to get this one going. And we still got bikes coming out of the John Mahee collection right here. This one will be running soon. Then we got a Rickman with a Yamaha Enduro engine in it, which should be coming down the pike soon. We got a Honda 160 shipping out today. This is another success story. This thing came out beautiful. You see the showroom is just jam-packed with primo bikes. These are all the ones that we're going to be doing the road tests and rides on this week. We've got a TS 100, a nice 250. These are all coming down the pike. If you want to buy one, call Junior before they start getting bid up. We've got this killer Triumph 2300 Rocket 3. We've got a Yamaha 125 vintage Kawasaki Voyager, an XR 400. It's sick. ZX7. Thing's nasty. I think we had 80 hours in a detail shop on that one. Got a beautiful 75 CR 125, 1800 Honda coming down the pipe, 750 Super Sport. All these bikes will be doing videos later this week. This beautiful FXR is coming up for sale. Man, I wish I could keep this one. That one's my favorite color. Our new favorite color, black and red, our team colors. This is the whole story behind this one. This is an 89 500 that we did a frame off on. It took us 6 months from start to finish. Every nut and bolt on this thing has been plated, polished, painted, freaking replaced or whatever. This is 81 CR 250. We got Jeff Castine's 12, I think it's a 1200 Bandit that's all tricked out. We actually have the Malcolm Smith Steve McQueen Special, the 360 Cross. That's the one he rode. 8-speed. Got a Yankee 500. Another twin 750 Super Sports, just like this one, the Parakeet Yellow, I call them. An FLH, and then we got this Smokin' Joe CBR 600 that Jeff Castine's been did a ton of work on. So these are all coming down the pike. These are the ones that we've gone through completely and are ready to go. So big black, my KLR, not for sale. Love that thing. This just sold. This is the Keith Peterson Racing 500. I'm surprised it took as long to sell as it did, and it didn't bring nearly as much money as we had hoped. But that's a world-class engine in that one. Then we got our 700 ES. Got to put this thing on a dyno. It's got to be like 70. Got to be 74 horse. The rear wheel. It's got the Stage 3 kit on it. And if you're looking for a new GasGas, give us a call. Stocked up to the gills with everything from the 50cc electric bikes all the way up to the 700s. We got truckloads of them here and a bunch more coming, but they're going fast and there's limited quantities. Like on the 125s, we only got 8 this year. I think 3 of them are sold. The 250 is a similar number, so it looks like a lot of bikes, but there's only, if you want a specific model, give Junior a call, 860-454-7024 before they're all gone. Next generation stuff. We ship bikes worldwide, so doesn't matter where you are. We can ship the bike for you, handle the shipping. We also do financing in-house through Freedom Road, so we got you covered. Give us a call. So this is the head we're putting in the just needed a carb clean, the CB750. And if you didn't have this in stock and you bought that bike, now guys, we didn't get this bike for free. We paid $2,300 for it. And yeah, what appeared to be a good deal, not such a good deal. So buyer beware, man. That's why I recommend having a compression test done before you buy a bike. We bought 17 bikes that day. It was at a show where you couldn't really spend a whole lot of time. It was like take it or leave it. So it's a bit of a gamble, but luckily we can bail ourselves out because we have parts bikes here and the expertise to do it. You may not, so got to be careful. Wiz, what do you think about that?
What I always say is a good head is hard to buy.
So guys, our next step is we're going to take this crusty head here and we're going to put it, Wiz says it's a good head though, we're putting this in the vapor honing tank. It's been completely stripped of all its components, so we're going to completely rebuild this Honda 750 head, starting with the cosmetic part of it, which would be a vapor blasting and vapor honing the whole thing, and then polishing the valve cover. So when it goes back on the bike, it'll have a new head gasket, new valve seals. It'll be golden, ready for another 40, 50 years. Let's see what the boys are up to down at the other shop. Ronnie's got this Japanese edition, straight from Japan, Yamaha RT1 coming down the pike with 699 original miles. Here's Ronnie's XR100. This one just needed a carb clean too, huh, Ron? This is from Mario, though. We knew it was beat to shit. He told us when he bought it. Yeah. But Ronnie's gonna make it right. And we're cleaning up the CM 185 that we did the Gymkhana demo on, and I don't know what we're gonna do with it. These are all the bikes we're going through this week that have been mechanically tested, proved, and are good to go. We just got to get the cosmetic side of them cleaned up a bit, so stay tuned for all these. Of course, my favorite bike, the Specialized. If you got any bikes you want to sell, give me a call. We're always looking to buy motorcycles. Text me pictures. That's the best way to start. Text me a picture of what you got, or a list if you got a collection. We'll come to you anywhere on the planet. Matter of fact, we are picking up our tractor trailer in Ontario, New York this week, so we'll be able to haul big loads of that. The semi-trailer is done finally, but so stay tuned for some videos of that too. So give us a call. Thanks for watching. God bless America.